Good morning and hi everyone. My name is Rebecca Franklin. I am the Chief Deputy Director of the California Housing Finance Agency, also known as CalHFA. We are the state agency that is administering the CalAssist Mortgage Fund. I want to thank you for joining us today as we have an important announcement about expanding access to the much needed disaster relief for California homeowners. In addition to myself, we will be joined and hear from Tomiquia Moss, the Secretary of Business, Consumer Services and Housing Agency, as well as Lori Gay, the President and CEO of Neighborhood Housing Services Los Angeles. We will also have a CalAssist Mortgage Fund representative that will provide remarks in Spanish. Now on to the announcement. When we launched the $105 million CalAssist Mortgage Fund in June, we set out to help thousands of California homeowners face an overwhelming task and assist them in recovering by providing a bridge while they recovered from the disasters that they had faced. We deliberately, when we launched, though, focused on lower income households because our goal was to ensure those most vulnerable homeowners and families had priority access to these resources. But we recognize that also there are homeowners above that low income bracket that find themselves facing mortgage payments while their homes have been destroyed or left uninhabitable due to recent disasters. These families are not responsible for those disasters, yet they're facing to rebuild and recover from them. For the past 4 months, we've worked alongside community-based organizations, housing counselors, and other governmental agencies to help provide this most needed relief and access to these funds. We also have been diligently analyzing the data and receiving feedback from the communities that are affected by these disasters on how we can better help and better serve the rebuild in this area. With that information, I am pleased to announce we are now substantially increasing the income limits for the CalAssist Mortgage Fund. This expansion will bring vital funds and relief to California households as they work to rebuild their lives after a major disaster. So what does that actually mean? In Los Angeles County, homeowners earning up to $211,000 annually are now eligible. That's a significant increase from the $140,000, which was the first income limit that we released in June. Again, households that earn up to $211,000 are now eligible for the CalAssist Mortgage Fund. We've also increased the income limits for all 58 states across the state of California. So not just Los Angeles County. So those households that faced their homes being damaged or destroyed in winter storms in San Diego to Northern California wildfires, you also have received an income limit or income increase. We've already contacted all homeowners who were previously denied due to an income reason for the program. But let me be clear, what are we offering in the CalAssist Mortgage Fund? We are offering 3 months of mortgage payments up to $20,000. That's for households that faced a disaster in the recent time and their house was left damaged or destroyed. So whatever your mortgage payment is times 3. Applying is free. It's simple and easy. You visit our website, calassistmortgagefund.org, or call our contact center at 1-800-501-0019 and connect with us. And we're here to support you through that process. Once your application is approved, money will be sent directly to your servicer, and you never have to pay these funds back. This is a grant to you. This is helping the homeowners focus on the rebuild and recovery and trying to ease them in that process. I would now like to introduce the Secretary of the California Business, Consumer Services and Housing Agency, Tomiquia Moss, to share the importance of the CalAssist Mortgage Fund and how it fits into the state's larger disaster response and recovery.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for your leadership and that of the entire CalHFA team. Good morning, everyone. I am so pleased to be a part of this important announcement today. Homeowners who lose their homes to disaster face an impossible situation, continuing to pay their mortgage while not actually having a home to live in. Families are often forced to juggle mortgage payments, temporary housing costs, replacing belongings, and starting the recovery process all at once. And the financial pressure makes an already traumatic situation even more devastating for our communities. And when Californians face their hardest moments, I want to make sure that the state is there for them. Governor Newsom's administration has taken extraordinary measures to ensure that no family has to face a disaster recovery alone. California values mean we extend our support to our neighbors when they need it the most. And the CalAssist program is one of the most important pieces of California's comprehensive support system that we have for disaster recovery. And today's announcement means that more people can access these critical resources when they need them. The state is mobilizing support across multiple fronts to help our homeowners recover and rebuild, including the extension of the mortgage forbearance for the LA wildfire survivors to a full 12 months, property tax relief measures that reduce the financial burden during recovery, expedited permitting processes that help families rebuild faster and remove bureaucratic delays, as well as housing assistance programs to help families secure temporary shelter during the rebuilding process. Our commitment to Californians goes beyond these programs. It really is a promise that you will not have to face your recovery alone. We will continue to identify needs, develop solutions, and secure resources to support our communities in their recovery process. I believe that every family impacted by disaster deserves the state's full support during their recovery, and I know the governor feels the same. We are here for the long term, for the immediate relief through the complete rebuilding process of your community. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the amazing Lori Gay, whom we get the privilege of working with often during this time with the Neighborhood Housing Services of Los Angeles County. Lori?
Hi there, Secretary Moss. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your kind introduction. And thank you to Rebecca and all the team at CalHFA for this important announcement today. In Neighborhood Housing Services, we get the opportunity to walk alongside families every day who are trying to rebuild after losing everything. 9 months later, after the fires, the truth is many of our beloved homeowners, family members, and friends are still struggling, and they're living in temporary shelter. Some people are still completely displaced. Others have moved multiple times. We all know these stories, and so I just want to make sure that I mention it today, how what a hardship it's been, and that disaster has no race, creed, color, or income level. Everyone suffers. So I'm grateful that the CalAssist team is back. We were with them when the initial announcement was made. We were always worried that that income cap was a little too low, right? But that we needed to see how things shook out. Now we know. And so I think we're excited. 211,000, great number, great space for a lot of people. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of people. Our team was at both of the one-stop centers right after the first announcement, and then at the Altadena Library every day. Shout out to Nikki and her team. I had a mad idea at the last press conference, and Nikki and her team at the library helped us activate that and to make it happen. Now we're there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? And we just opened with the collaboratory. Let me shout out that success for that team at the collaboratory at 540 Woodbury. Please drop in. There's all these spaces for you. If you get to see this announcement, you're a local resident, you need the help, please stop through. We're still helping families in both wildfire zones. So there's no distance. We're trying our best to all of us get to you. But you can also just go on the website for the CalAssist Mortgage Fund. I know they'll be showing that throughout this presentation. Quick stories of what we've seen. We have couples who've come through recently retired. I'm thinking about a family. I don't want to call out names because it's always so private, but just who came through and they had recently retired. Their income was too high for the prior program. This announcement's going to help them today. the tidbits around the new income cap, and then making sure that it impacts those who are listed on the deed of trust, so that we're counting and looking at the income correctly. It's going to matter. A number of people needed this help. Our organization took some of our fire aid support that we received in round two and just passed it through as interim rental support. What a miracle, right? But we spent over $1 million in less than a month. And that's the need, that's the demand, that's the plight that so many people are in. And we were doing up to 12,500. Then all the money was gone and we had to create a wait list. So this up to 20,000, depending upon the need for 3 months to help cover costs is significant toward a mortgage space. And it's a grant. So please take advantage of it. Do not get stuck thinking that you're either too high or too low or whatever. Get the counseling consult if you need it by HUD approved counselors, either in your area or some of those places I mentioned before. But you can also just go online. If you want the one-to-one counseling session, we're available to you anytime. We're trying our best to be in as many spaces as possible so that families can reach out to us. nhslacounty.org. I want to thank the media today as well for being here and for telling these stories. You all have a responsibility to tell the stories, no matter how hard the truth is. We have a responsibility to make sure you know them. I want to thank as well Secretary Moss and her team, the CalHFA team. We've seen what a difference a few months of relief can make for families, and it allows them to breathe, to direct their energies toward their rebuild, and to care for their loved ones as they heal from this trauma. And it gives them the space to see a future again. We want to make sure we're a part of that and that you're not alone. The help is available right now. Take this next step. The only shame is if you don't participate. Please know that. There is no shame in trying to put your life back together after a trauma and a disaster like this. And we're all proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with CalHFA in the state as they try to retool this program. We're a trusted community partner like so many are. And I think it's just behooves us to say the advocacy matters. We've got to speak up for what our challenges are. Power does not concede without a demand. The great Frederick Douglass said that. And we stand on his shoulders today and those of so many who've gone before us to welcome you. Just try again. Don't give up hope that this time maybe things will work better for you to get access to this funding. We look forward to serving you. We can't wait. What a joy and privilege it is to be of service to other Californians in their times of need. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gay and Secretary Moss, for not only your great perspectives that you've shared today, but your support as we work through this program. I'd like to now introduce Lorena Dominguez from the CalAssist Mortgage Fund, who will provide some remarks in Spanish.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you so much, and muy buenos días y gracias por acompañarnos. En junio lanzamos el programa de apoyo hipotecario CalAssist de $105 millones para ayudar a los dueños de vivienda en California a recuperarse después de un desastre. Y en la primera etapa nos enfocamos en familias de menores ingresos y le dimos prioridad a los hogares más vulnerables. Y bueno, gracias al trabajo en conjunto con organizaciones comunitarias, asesores de vivienda y agencias gubernamentales, muchas familias recibieron el apoyo que tanto necesitan. Y es que pagar una hipoteca cuando la vivienda está destruida o gravemente dañada es un gran reto sin importar los ingresos. Por eso hoy nos da mucho gusto anunciar la expansión del programa, aumentando los límites de ingresos para que más familias puedan beneficiarse. Por ejemplo, en el condado de Los Ángeles, los propietarios con ingresos de hasta $211,000 al año ahora califican. Anteriormente, el límite era de $140,700. Hicimos aumentos similares en todos los condados afectados, incluidos los impactados por las tormentas invernales en San Diego y también los incendios forestales en el norte de California. Y también contactamos a quienes no calificaron antes para invitarlos a aplicar nuevamente bajo los nuevos límites. Y el programa funciona de la siguiente forma. Las familias afectadas por desastres recientes, como los incendios en Los Ángeles, pueden recibir hasta 3 meses de pago de hipoteca con un máximo de $20,000 enviados directamente a la compañía hipotecaria. Y la buena noticia también es que pues, no tienen que preocuparse por pagarlos. Aplicar es gratis, rápido y sencillo, pero los fondos son limitados, así que recomendamos a los interesados hacerlo lo antes posible. El objetivo del programa es apoyar a las familias en estos momentos difíciles, aliviando un poco la carga de los pagos hipotecarios, mientras las familias trabajan para recuperarse y también para reconstruir sus vidas. Así que aprovechen la oportunidad, pueden aplicar en CalAssistMortgageFund.org o si tienen preguntas pueden llamar y les van a asistir en español. El teléfono es el 1-800-501-0019. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos. And now back to you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Lorena. And thanks to everyone for joining today for this announcement. I just want to make sure that we talk to the homeowners that are facing the struggle at the moment. This increase is something that we want you to embrace and engage, but don't be deterrent if you don't understand or you don't know what that means or you don't know how to calculate your income or that. We really just want you to engage with this program. Again, like I said before, you didn't cause this fire or these disasters and you are a survivor, and we are here to help bridge that road to recovery and provide a little bit of relief and a little help with your stress. Please visit our website at CalAssistMortgageFund.org or call our contact center 1-800-501-0019 or contact a HUD certified housing counselor. We're here to help. We're here to let you know if these funds are for you, and we were trying to make this as simple of a process as possible. That concludes our event. We're now I want to introduce Nicole Evans from the CalAssist Mortgage Fund, who will moderate the Q&A portion.
Thank you so much. At this time, if any of the media have questions, please just raise your hand or you can type them into the Q&A and we'd be happy to take any questions. We'll hold just for a minute or two to let everybody have a chance to engage. I'll also mention that a press release will be coming out from our program momentarily, and we understand that Governor Newsom has also just issued a press release regarding this announcement, so we'll be sure to share with everyone who is here with us today. All right, well, it does not look like we have any questions, so thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, and if you have any follow-up questions, please email media@calhfa.ca.gov. Thank you.
Thank you.